Look, I'm just a geologist. I like rocks. I love rocks.
Good evening, everybody. This is Steve from the Geology Flannelcast.
Hey, everybody. This is Chris.
And I am Jesse.
Good evening.
And this is episode 60 this week. We got a
hooray.
growing up so fast.
Come a long way.
Yeah.
So we're going to try something new this week. If you love it, awesome. If you hate it, I'm sorry. We're trying something new.
Yeah.
So
We're trying to spice it up here in what's 60? The Diamond Jubilee or something?
I don't know.
That's it.
Yeah,
Diamond was 50.
it might be.
I thought that was the golden anniversry.
Double Diamond.
No.
Double Dutch Boss.
Listen, if cheap beer has taught me anything, it's the 50th anniversary is the golden anniversary.
Okay.
Am I right?
That's when you give them the cores.
The golden anniversary? You never had golden anniversary beer?
I don't know what that is. That's the first I've ever heard of it.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Is it like old German?
You youngins. It was legit. It was like the 50th anniversary of a beer, but it was like cheaper than Pabst. You could get like a pallet of it for like $100.
Wow.
But anyway, yeah.
All right.
But send us some comments if you've ever had a golden anniversary beer, please.
Wait, are you buying beer by the pallet? We should also talk about.
Not anymore.
Episode 61 will be Steve's intervention.
We're gonna try something new there where we sit down.
I'll sit around and tell Steve how he's hurt us in the past. And
Yeah, this is a safe space. Anyway.
We are going to give our commentary on Jurassic Park. This will be an interactive episode. So if you want to queue up the movie and watch Jurassic Park with our commentary in the background, we'll have it all. Tell you the time, and we'll try syncing this whole thing up. But
we're watching it it's on Netflix right now.
Yeah. So if you have a Netflix account, good. If not, we'll post Seminex Netflix login and password.
I'm the one that posts everything, and that. So, well, let's start off by paying the bills first.
Yes. So we would like to thank the Formatting Formula for supporting the podcast over the last, I don't know, how long have we been doing this? 5 years? 6 years? 4 years? Long time. But
golden anniversary. 50 years.
Exactly. But check out youtube.com/C/formatting formula for all of your Word document formatting needs. They have videos on pretty much anything you could ever imagine. And if you have something extremely, funky or complicated, you can always email them. I believe it's support@formattingformula.com. Or you can check out their website, www.formattingformula.com. Please let them know that the Geology Flannelcast sent you. They've actually gotten a few emails and jobs and stuff saying like, oh, I heard you on the Flannelcast. So kudos to us.
And thank you for supporting them.
Yeah,
you're supporting us.
Hopefully, those one or two jobs, cost $6,000. Probably not, but anyway, please let them know that you heard of them through us, and we would really appreciate it. They would really appreciate it. They're fans of the show, but let's face it, business is business. They need to keep their lights on as well. So, thanks again to the Formatting Formula, and our Patreons are out there. We had a friend of the show become a Patreon today. Maddie. So if you're listening out there, thank you for that, buddy. But, we have 4 tiers now, Chris. Is that correct?
There's always been 4 tiers.
We have 4 tiers.
This isn't anything new, Steve.
We should add a 5th Diamond Jubilee tier.
We have a diamond tier already.
Well, how about a golden anniversry tier?
Yeah.
Sure. And they could be like...
We'll watch Jurassic Park with them every week.
Yeah.
They don't have a choice about it, so they have to do
it with a pallet of beer. We're not leaving till it's gone.
There will be no 61st show.
Yeah, exactly. So please, if you enjoy the show and you have a couple of dollars a month that you wanted to help support us, we greatly appreciate it. Everything we get, we put actually back into equipment, supplies, subscriptions, all this stuff.
Yeah, we're having Steve's microphone just died on him, so
Yeah.
we need to upgrade some stuff here. The
Yeah.
wheels are coming off.
We are.
We're duct taping it pretty good right now, but
we are. So, so back to Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
So we got this. So we got it all synced up. So if you wanna follow along with us, we have it all queued up. There's 2 hours, 6 minutes, and 16 seconds left in the movie. I don't know how far in. It doesn't say how far in we are.
16 seconds in.
Yeah. So basically, we're right at the Universal, the globe scene. So I guess we'll count it down, and so we're gonna have the volume down low for copyright purposes. We don't want to get in trouble, so we're gonna try our best. But yeah, if I guess we'll count it down, right? Hit play, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, go ahead. Count us off, Steve.
So, all right. Are we gonna go on one, or are we gonna say hit play?
3, 2,
how about
1,
3,
play.
2, 1, play, and then we'll
we
hit play on play.
Okay.
Yeah, that was
3, 2, 1, play. Hit play.
Yeah.
A lot of thought goes on.
I want to make this as complicated as possible.
Have you seen Lethal Weapon? Do we cut on 3 or do we cut? Anyway, all right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, hang on.
Did you? I just pressed play. Oh, geez.
Just play. We're playing.
No, I'm not synced up with you now. We had this. We did this before. What time are you at right now?
Oh,
Should I?
I'm at 2:06:04.
So, mine just said Jurassic Park.
There you
Mine
go.
just said Universal.
You're still at Universal? Do you want to restart?
We're good.
I don't think Chris is good.
Well, I'll figure it out. All right. So we got to keep on talking. We can't just like.
Yeah, that's part of the problem. We're going to get sucked into it.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of not there's a lot, but there's actual there are a lot of like YouTube videos out there. People are like debunking the whole Jurassic Park things and
I don't want
like that.
I don't want to debunk it. I want to treat this as real.
Yes. I'm right there with you.
I'm a Jurassic Park truther.
At the time, wasn't at the time in 1993 when this came out, this was supposed to be pretty accurate for what paleontologists thought or what dinosaurs looked like and things like that. And then subsequently after that, then we learned a lot more discoveries and
should be a little more colorful, a little more feathery.
Yeah, yeah, that was one of the biggest qualms when they did the reboot for Jurassic World. They still kept the dinosaurs hairless or featherless, I should say, not hairless. That would be ridiculous.
Yeah. So they're bringing this dinosaur in, and aside from the OSHA violations going on here.
Well, I mean, they are almost all wearing hard hats.
Yeah.
Except for this one guy in this cowboy hat.
I feel like there needs to be a better secondary containment here. Now it hooks into the gate. They should drop a second container over.
So is this a raptor? I guess this is one of the raptors.
Yes.
Moving around.
Yeah. How about they
Very
slide it?
Raptor.
They had to bring it in on a forklift. Now they're sliding it by hand, which is another thing. And why not just put like a bar behind it so it can't slide backwards?
Yeah. And why do they need a guy to open it? Shouldn't there be just like a crane or something?
Yeah, automatic. Exactly. Anytime you can have a piece of equipment do it, so you don't need to be near the danger point.
So many pinch points here.
And the raptor just moved the whole. Oh, geez, this is a very hungry. You would have thought they would have sedated the raptor too before putting it in there, But I guess this is their first time doing this.
Is it? Yeah, I wonder.
It doesn't look like it's the first time doing this.
I don't know. Maybe they've done it a bunch of times and they just got a little.
They got a little complacent.
Complacent,
That's how a lot of workplace injuries happen. Complacency.
Yeah. Steve does teach a HAZWOPER course. So he's our hazardous operator.
Yeah. Hazardous waste and emergency response.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that what HAZWOPER stands for?
Yes.
I always just thought it was hazardous operator, which I liked better. Just a guy who operates dangerously.
Live life on the edge.
Don't do what I do.
Yeah.
So
Here comes the suit.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm ahead of you guys.
So they're in
pause
Costa
for a
Rica
second.
now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Did he get on land yet?
walking.
He's
Yeah, they're
just
on land.
coming on land now. Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess I'm a second or two ahead of you guys. All right.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I do. When I see this scene here, when he's about to go in the mine, the stratigraphy behind him is incredible with the paleosalt and the big sandstone.
Oh, the sandstone on
there.
top. I never noticed that.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. Just every time I'm like, I would love to check that out.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah. So do you find amber in Costa Rica? Has anyone looked into this?
I know. Oh, yes. So, but the amber is not. It's not Mesozoic in age. So the whole thing's debunked right there.
Game over.
It's over.
All right. Well, that was episode 60. Thanks everybody for listening.
Yeah, there was something about I did a little bit of research for this, for some fun facts, and so they're going to this amber mine. So they're pulling out amber, and there's a lot of things wrong with the fundamental concepts on how they clone these dinosaurs.
Yeah,
but,
which we can get into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like
and
that
then there's also
the mine in 1993 looks like an old-timey, Old West mine.
Also, why are they grinding and polishing it inside the mine?
Exactly.
Another thing is, now I don't know this. The thing that I saw yesterday when I was prepping for this is that the type of mosquito that they show, isn't even a blood-sucking mosquito. Now, I didn't even know there were mosquitoes that don't even suck blood. So apparently there's something about they got the wrong kind of mosquito in there too that's trapped inside the amber. So the amber's the wrong age and it's the wrong kind of mosquito. So also paleontology digs are not this easy.
No, gosh.
The whole articulated skeleton there.
Yeah, you'd never see. So we see this. It looks like some type of very large raptor, but raptors weren't even that big. We'll get more into that throughout this movie.
I thought they were like 6 feet tall. No,
there was like one. So Michael Crichton based the raptors on a different type of dinosaur from what I was reading yesterday. But he just it was like I forget the name of the dinosaur, but it was like a longer named dinosaur. But raptor just kind of it was like a cousin to a raptor, and raptor just kind of rolled off the tongue. Raptors were like the size of turkeys. I think there was like one that was a little bigger, but for the most part, they were just like little angry turkeys running around.
Yeah. And this is another awesome scene where they shoot a shotgun shell into the ground, which they do to get seismic images.
Yeah.
But
I love the picture.
It's not like,
look at
first off, look at all the flannel in the background though. That's a lot of flannel at this paleontology day.
Yeah, for the Badlands.
So that's pretty accurate.
I mean, not if it's the summer during dig season.
No, I guess, but it's like, fish in a barrel, geologist in flannel.
Yeah.
But yeah, look at that. Like, and look at this. No, that's not how it works. I do like the cardboard over the television screen so they can see it better, though.
That is good. I do.
That is something you'd probably see in the field.
Why is he giving a lecture on dinosaurs being related to birds to like paleontologists on the dig? Like you would expect the people on the dig helping him.
There's like a bunch of kids on this dig.
Yeah, what's going on here?
Grad students. Oh, that kid.
You know these digs. Yeah, you get like undergrads and
that's
people that don't realize how much hard work it is to do one of these digs.
That's a good point.
There's some more stratigraphy in the background, Jess. You think this is actually in the Badlands? You think this is or is this like California?
I don't know. They listed it as Montana.
Montana. Yeah.
Which the Badlands? Do the Badlands stretch into Montana?
I guess.
They
were in South Dakota, but
yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they wouldn't. I mean, I would give them the benefit of a doubt for that. I mean, I could look.
If I was guessing, I'd say that's Utah. But
yeah. Yeah. All right. He's got the raptor claw, showing the little kid the raptor claw and how this raptor's gonna slice his jugular.
Yeah, if I was the parent of this kid, I'd be like, all right.
Hey, creep, get away from my kid! Like,
Here we go. Filming locations. California. Yep, it's in California.
yeah.
Tehachapi Pass.
The old Tehachapi Pass.
Which, was also they used for part of Die Hard 2.
Huh. How about that?
Die Hard
Yeah.
2, the one where they're in Washington, D.C.?
Yeah, the airplane crash scene apparently was filmed in Tehachapi Pass.
Huh.
Fun
Cool.
fact.
That is a
Yeah.
fun fact.
I've never heard of that pass, but
But look at those mom jeans. They're back in fashion now.
yeah, everything comes around.
Yep. Flannel never
That
goes
just-
out of style, but
That's a good point.
I like how this helicopter's landing right on top of the fossil too.
Yeah.
Just here it comes. Just like everyone's running over this thing.
Classic rich guy move.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you never see never ever get a dinosaur fossil that's fully articulated, meaning that all the bones are there, and that's just straight up Hollywood
I do
magic
have
right there.
they put the back, like the neck back, like it's like a Archaeopteryx or something. If you
Yeah.
Yeah.
classic Archaeopteryx. So this pass it's east of Bakersfield, right near California City, which I've never heard of.
Oh, they're drinking Moet and Chandon.
Yeah,
That's some classy champagne right there.
you think if he was going to celebrate, he would bring his own fancy champagne, right? Because this was theirs that they
Yeah, exactly.
It's a pretty sweet setup these paleontologists have for this dig. You don't
was just thinking the exact same thing. Like they've got it figured out here.
Yeah. Normally you're in tents and just
Yeah, it's a
You're
little
roughing it.
rustic. Yeah, this is really something.
I want I want people listening to this to be like, this is fancy? This is a crappy trailer in the middle of the desert? But yes, actually somewhere where you can sit down, a sink, a refrigerator. Yeah.
So I guess it's so I haven't really been paying attention to the dialogue going on here. So
No.
what's happened? So the guy
So-
in the white shirt, what's his name? Mr. Hammond?
Yeah,
right?
John
Is that
Hammond.
that's John Hammond. Okay. He comes in and he was basically like he's trying to recruit these guys to come visit Jurassic Park right now.
Yeah, he wants them
Yes.
to be. So the lawyers need experts to sign off on the park.
Right.
He wants them to be the experts.
Yeah. But he doesn't really tell them.
Should you sign off the part? Yeah.
He just says, it's in their field of expertise, but he doesn't tell them that they're real live dinosaurs or anything like that.
Yeah, he's basically gonna offer him he's gonna offer to fund their field work for the next couple of years. That's how he
Yeah.
gets them. Essentially.
Which is a huge deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, as a scientist, like, holy crap. Yeah. I would have jumped at that too.
Oh yeah, I'd get
Yeah.
on some stranger's helicopter.
Yep. One of our Patreons is listening, and apparently the illusion is shattered that we don't have this whole movie memorized. So
Just wait till we watch San Andreas with The Rock. That's a
Ooh.
that's a cinematic classic.
No, I have a few, like maybe Dante's Peak. I might have a lot of that memorized. I've probably seen that 100
Yeah.
times.
I've seen Dante's Peak. Yeah.
Okay, now we're in Costa Rica. Now this is where Newman from Seinfeld's going to sell
Yes.
sell the
I
dino
love this.
DNA, right?
Now, is this this is right in the middle of Seinfeld. I don't think
Yeah,
this
it's
is
93.
pre-Seinfeld.
So Seinfeld started in the 80s.
Yeah.
Seinfeld went on to like 98.
late 80s.
Yeah, I want to pay 88 or 89, I'd imagine.
I do like this scene where he's like, "Hey,
Yeah.
everyone, it's Dotson.
Dotson's here. I got Dotson here. Yeah. And then he asks him to pick up the check. Don't get cheap on me now.
So then Jurassic Park is the actual park is in Costa Rica in this movie, right?
It's an island off
It's-
the coast of Costa Rica.
Yeah.
Okay.
But in real life, it's filmed in Hawaii.
Oh, yeah, it was filmed in Hawaii. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Especially, I know, like the helicopter scenes.
Yeah.
Like when
Okay.
they're like
Yeah,
flying
that makes
around,
sense.
especially at the end. That's
Dude.
all. Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. Newman's shirt, I'm a little jealous. It's pretty sweet.
All right. So he's got the dino DNA in the Barbasol can.
That's crazy. It's a great idea. If
It
you
is.
smuggle in
I
dino
didn't-
DNA.
I didn't realize there's such a black market for dino DNA.
Well,
Industrial espionage knows no boundaries. What are they gonna like? Is someone else opening a park, or just like some like evil billionaire just want his own dinosaurs in a crate or something?
that's a good question. I'm not sure what the deal is.
Like, what are the chances? What are the chances there's two dinosaur parks opening at the same time?
Play at Pepsi and Coke.
Yeah. Oh, there's what's his name in the movie? Malcolm, Dr. Malcolm, Jeff
Oh,
Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum. Yeah.
It's the quietest helicopter ride ever.
Yeah.
Everybody's
Yeah.
talking. No headsets are on.
After seeing this movie as a kid, I briefly wanted to be like a mathematician.
A chaos-tician
Yeah,
is what he is.
chaos. Yeah. I'm glad I didn't do that.
Yeah. Why did they bring in a mathematician for this thing? Like,
He's the other expert. I
Yeah,
guess they
he's
could only get-
running the odds on it, I guess. I don't know.
Mhm. Yeah.
I love it that he keeps trying to touch him. I never noticed that before.
So is the other guy in the helicopter the lawyer?
that's the lawyer.
Yes,
yeah.
that's the lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is why you could actually take this flight. There's like tours that do this. I don't know if
And,
they still do it.
yeah,
but-
there's your classic Hawaii scene right there.
Yeah.
Helicopter coming in.
I think it was Kauai, maybe. It is pretty.
Question.
Yeah, man.
There's got to be some wicked updrafts on that, though.
Yeah.
I'm no aeronautics expert, but yeah.
So this is back in the day too, before like all the CGI, and that was it's. I think, man, I was watching a YouTube video or something about why the special effects looked so good in Jurassic Park, and they started to get a little, it looked like way, way, way too good for its time. It's because they used they actually made like these animatronics. For
Yes.
a lot of these scenes.
Like real props.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
They're probably in a real helicopter being on like beams or something shaking them.
That looks terrifying.
There's so all this money for a dinosaur theme park, but they can't get a helicopter with seatbelts.
I think they would build so every single person coming to the park has to ride the helicopter. They can bring in like 4 people at a time. Build a monorail or something. Put a dock in and I guess there is a ship dock.
Yeah, I'm
'Cause that's
sure.
Yeah, maybe
really-
the
Yeah.
I'm sure this is for the wow factor. Trying to impress
this
the-
is,
all right. They landed into Jurassic Park. We're gonna hear the classic line. Welcome to Jurassic Park.
yeah.
classic Jurassic Park Jeeps. Look at that.
Yeah.
So 1990s.
There's a paleontologist in the greater Philadelphia region who drives a replica Jeep.
I've seen that. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think it says Cretaceous Park.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, I think it
Of
does.
course.
Yeah.
All right. Some heavy duty wiring here. 10,000 volts. This is foreshadowing for a later scene in the movie.
It's not the
Yeah.
voltage that kills you, it's the amperage.
That's what they say.
You know, if you ever rubbed a balloon or got a shock from a doorknob or something like that, that's like 10,000 volts.
Yeah.
But it's at such low amperage that it doesn't.
So what are the amps that'll get you?
In order to stop a heart, you need less than half an amp.
Oh,
So like 500 milliamps will stop your heart
jeez.
if it hits it, in the right.
Yeah.
So, fun fact.
Will 500 restart it then too? Or?
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's in an AED. Like
Yeah.
that they talk about. I want to say that's in joules. Like the charge it to 300.
Oh. Huh.
No checking your hot wires with thumbs anymore, Mark.
So
All right, so there's this part here. They talk about the leaf, the female paleontologists talk about how that leaf's extinct. They
yeah,
never talk about how they bring the plants back to life.
they don't. And also, I don't know how you're going to pull off a single leaf as someone who studied leaves and be instantly able to recognize it as extinct.
Yes.
I got issues with that. Now, seeing this big sauropod here, yeah, okay. Yes, that is extinct.
So this is another good scene. So we're seeing the what's this, a brachiosaurus?
I think so.
Diplodocus, maybe?
Yes.
Oh, brachiosauropod.
Oh.
But we're relying on them.
Brachiosaur, yeah. And then there's something about the brachiosaur standing on its back two legs to eat the tree. I think there's something about the structure of the body of that. They couldn't stand on their back
It
two
would
legs.
shatter its legs.
Questionable with that. So.
Oh, but at the time they were thinking like, why have the big tail?
Yeah.
Other than for defense, if not for support.
We have a T-Rex.
Man, there was a really cool Radiolab podcast I listened to this week. It was all about fungus, and they went back to
Don't hear that
the
often.
KT boundary. And
Listen.
it was called the title of the podcast was called Fungus Among Us, and it was all about. It was really cool. It was all about fungus, and they went all the way back to the KT boundary. And there was the question of, well, when the dinosaurs became extinct, why? Like there was a lot of reptiles out there too. It wasn't just dinosaurs, and there, the reptiles were they could have easily taken out the mammals. And why did the mammals rise to power? And the hypothesis is it's related to fungus, because when the asteroid impact slammed into Earth, it got really dark out, right?
Yeah.
And it got cool and dark, and it was like perfect. And there's a lot of dead stuff too. It was like perfect fungus conditions. Well, mammals have an immune system, and they're warm-blooded, so they have like two tiers of protection against fungus in their body, whereas fungus really goes after reptiles.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, and so when a reptile gets a fungal infection, it suns itself to warm it up to kill the fungus, because fungus is very Anyway, so they're saying they think that's why that mammals became like apex predator, like they rose to the top of the food chain, is because of fungus from the asteroid impact.
Yeah, and the getting dark and cold is killing off all the primary producers, so all the photosynthesizers. That's what led to the extinction, or one of the major things that led to the extinction.
Mm-hmm.
I've also heard the mammals too were little sort of rodent-like creatures that burrowed.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so they were insulated by being underground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You only need a couple inches of soil to save you from that fireball when the asteroid. If I mean, obviously the shock wave would have probably killed you, but if you're far enough away, it saved you from the fireball.
This is one of my favorite parts right here. Dino DNA.
Yeah, the DNA cartoon.
Dino
Yes.
DNA.
Yeah, it's funny. So, obviously I've seen this movie for the last 30 years, but I went to Disney World for the first time ever this year, or I guess technically it was last year. And I had no idea there were rides like this, like where you sit in front of a screen. Like I thought all rides were like, Six Flags, like loop-de-loops, and I had no idea rides like this existed. I just thought this was a Jurassic Park thing. Not that most people on the planet have been on rides like this thing.
You kept saying Dino DNA, pissing everyone off.
So you went on like the Tomorrowland ride and like lost your mind, right?
Yeah. It's a small world.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, that's a trippy ride. It's a small world. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So one of the things about DNA is that DNA, like everything else, breaks down over time and has a half-life. And so even if the mosquito was preserved in amber, most DNA breaks down after a very short time, like 50,000 years.
Yeah.
So even if you could extract blood from a mosquito locked in amber, the DNA would be, incomprehensible, just gibberish.
I've heard it's equivalent of trying to figure out what a 1,000,000-piece jigsaw puzzle looks like with maybe 100 pieces.
I could do it.
I mean, all right, you heard it first.
With that few pieces, you could just say whatever you want, I guess.
That's
so
true.
What they do.
Yeah.
So let's see. In this movie, they what they did, they filled the gaps of the DNA in with frog DNA.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you did that,
and that leads to the issues. That leads to the problems later on.
Yeah, it does. A little foreshadowing here.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. Don't say it.
Yeah.
And we still don't have virtual reality like this.
No.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, I'm to the part with the frog.
Yeah.
Use the frog DNA to complete it. Why would they use frog DNA and not bird DNA, like chicken DNA or something like that?
That's a great question.
Like amphibians are like.
It's because in the 90s we thought there was, the bird thing wasn't very
but at the end,
popular.
No, at
no,
the
I
last
understand.
scene of this movie, they talk about the birds.
I know, but before this movie, no one even heard of birds being related to dinosaurs.
I do like Patreon David here saying, trying to put together a 1,000,000-piece puzzle with 100 pieces is a good quarantine activity.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I'm in. In.
I feel like they need to be a little more patient with the ride here. Like, you're there for the weekend. Like, you're gonna be able to see the lab.
Nope. Let's break the ride. Let's jump out. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
Yeah.
And this was
also how easy it is to break a ride.
Yeah. Doesn't put me at ease for my disdain for.
Did I ever tell you my roller coaster horror story?
Ooh.
No, but I've got a good one too.
I was in I don't know if you say the name of the theme park. It was in a very very warm environment in the southeast United States, maybe on a peninsula, and the ride started. It was one of those. It went upside down, so it had the chest harness on me. And the ride starts. You start going up the incline immediately, and as we started going up the incline, my chest harness popped open.
Oh,
And I go, oh no. And I'm trying to like push it back down on my chest to get to lock into place, and it's not locking. And I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And at the very top of the incline, it clicked back in. And needless to say, I did not go back on that roller coaster again.
Oh my God. How about any roller coaster ever after that?
that makes me.
That is my nightmare.
I was not as terrifying as that at a theme park on the East Coast, and at the time it had the like the steepest drop or something on the East Coast or something in the roller coaster. I don't like roller coasters. I remember being in line with people and just being like, I'm not really feeling this. I don't really want to do this, but they're kind of like, just do it. When we get close and like we're just watching it go up and go down, and you know what roller coasters do.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it gets up like at the precipice, and it just stops, and it's just there, you know, like 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and finally like you can see a worker going up like the catwalk and slowly taking people off, and they're like going like frog walking down the catwalk all the way from the steepest part of the hill.
Nope.
Here one of the wheels had come off, and so the ride shut down.
I mean, at least the ride shut down when it was supposed to, but like,
Yeah.
ugh.
And then they got it running within like 15 minutes.
Nope.
And my friends were like, you want to go back on? I was like, absolutely not. I'm not going on any other rides. I'll go and, you know, throw baseballs at the milk jugs and try and win a stuffed animal.
I'm right there with you.
Oh man. All right, so they're explaining now in the movie how the all the dinosaurs are females, and
Is that BD Wong? Is that who that is? That actor?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. Good. That's a good pool right there.
I must be a couple seconds ahead of you guys.
I'm sorry.
So they're talking about how all the dinosaurs are female, and so that's one of their security methods. And there's the classic life finds a way.
Finds a way.
Which is, he's saying,
there it is. Life finds a way. Just said it.
You know, even though they're all females,
That
they won't reproduce in the wild.
that was just in the news recently. Somewhere in a zoo, there was a female,
Yeah.
something or other, that gave birth.
Yeah,
That was in captivity by itself.
Yeah, it happens. Life finds a way.
Yeah.
And so that's the thing about, I guess, frogs or certain reptiles. They can switch. There's something with like their genders. They can switch, or
Yep.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Frogs.
Their sex, I guess.
Yeah. Some pesticides are doing that with the frogs.
This scene, it's got to. I mean,
If you have to put them in cages that big and that secure, why breed them?
yeah.
I mean, if you can't really see them, and you have to feed them whole cows.
So, all right. So, Velociraptor. Here's some fun stats about Velociraptor. Velociraptor is a little bit more than 6 feet long, half a meter high, and can weigh up to 33 pounds.
So it's only a foot and a half high.
Yeah, but it's long. It's really, really long.
Yeah, can you imagine a turkey that's 6 feet long coming at you? And turkeys, wild turkeys are mean.
Yeah.
Do not like wild turkeys.
No.
Don't care for it.
Yeah, so they really did not get that correct with the Velociraptor.
I do like it's like they're breeding these dinosaurs, and they have this cutting edge technology, but at the same time they have this Australian game warden who's just in charge of the dinosaurs with his shotgun. Like that's I think there would be, I don't know, some other system in place. But I guess you go with what works.
All right. Velociraptors had feathers, basically. They found evidence on the more of the primitive ones that were covered in feathers. And then in September 2007, they found quill knobs on the forearm of Velociraptor from Mongolia. And that's where there are bumps on the bird where the feathers would anchor. So no feathers on these Velociraptors. Yeah,
Wow.
it's really like
So this seems like a really inefficient way of feeding it because you've got to buy a new harness every time.
Right.
yeah.
Why not just drop it in there?
Yeah.
Like,
Or have
who
like
cares if the cow breaks a leg? Like,
I mean,
Or have
the
a
cow.
like-
All you have to do is have a little door, and you push the cow through the little door. A door small enough that the Tyrannosaur can't get into. That's
well,
it.
that was a Velociraptor cage.
Yeah,
Oh, is that? Oh,
just have
Yeah.
a cattle chute and you just put them in and then let them run out. And at least the dinosaur then has to chase it.
I guess.
It wants to hunt.
Now all of a sudden the lawyer's all in.
Yeah, the merchandise. I do like this eccentric billionaire is trying to make it very equitable here.
Yeah.
It would be for everyone.
Yeah. The lawyer's like, we'll have a coupon day. I thought I would have the blood-sucking lawyer on my side.
Yeah. He's Jeff Goldblum, the voice of reason here.
Yeah. I had someone email me. It's like a political commentary joke, and it was like, most of the people who died in Jurassic Park didn't actually die from dinosaurs. They died from losing their head or losing their arm, or
Yeah.
not actually dinosaur bites, which I thought was pretty funny.
It was blood loss. They died from blood loss.
Exactly, not actually from dinosaurs.
low blood pressure. Yeah. Still
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, low blood pressure. That's It's like it wasn't the parachute not opening. It was the sudden change of direction.
Yeah.
All right. They're still talking about
Who wears a leather jacket
logistics.
as
To,
like a sport coat?
Yeah, on a tropical island.
Yeah.
They're in
Maybe
a
the air conditioners.
rainforest. Can you imagine the sweat?
No, that must stink.
Wow. You'd be sweating without the leather jacket. The leather jacket, unless Jeff Goldblum is like cold-blooded or something.
They could, he is an enigma.
That's why. Yeah, that's why he's so wise here, because he's part reptile. He knows.
You think that's it? He's actually in some sort of dinosaur cult that's descended from the original dinosaurs, and that's why he's bad-mouthing this so much?
It's just three wild turkeys in a leather coat. It's,
Wear the Jeff Goldblum suit.
yeah.
So we're getting a lot of foreshadowing in this scene, talking about how the dinosaurs don't realize that, what's going on, and they're gonna defend themselves.
And Laura Dern just brought up a great point where she's like, "You don't know what an extinct ecosystem is like," and that's so very true when we try and piece together, like when we're trying to reconstruct ancient landscapes.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many moving pieces and interconnections. Like you think about modern landscapes, how everything's interconnected. You're trying to piece together something from 80 million years ago.
Yeah.
That's like you just not put in one insect and the whole ecosystem could collapse. And all the dinosaurs would have been dead in a week.
Absolutely. Like, look at the ash borer one little tiny bug killed all the ash trees. Or stupid spotter and lantern flies.
God, they're everywhere. I got hit in the face with one the other day. Gosh.
Yeah.
This is my favorite part. There's a untested dinosaur park where we're still trying to get people to sign off on it. I'm going to bring my grandchildren.
Yep.
And send them off unsupervised with strangers in this robot Jeep.
Yeah.
Pretty sweet TV. Pretty sweet touchscreen TV.
Interactive CD-ROM.
Yeah. Spared no expense.
I mean, it's a lovely little eco park.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs turning into birds.
Yeah.
Hello, and I will be your Uber driver for today.
I just realized there's no seatbelts in this. That seems.
I forget. Were these fully automated cars too?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're on the electric
they're on
track.
tracks.
Yeah.
Oh, they're on the tracks. Okay.
But
Getting ready to do the first tour of the park.
Yeah. Yeah, still working out bugs and.
And then they got this little kid that's way too smart for his own good.
We're gonna have to point about the meteor. So this is sort of like 93 is when Chicxulub really starts to become ingrained as like the hypothesis that makes the most sense. Shoemaker Levy, we had seen the comet actually strike Jupiter, and so we could see we saw it in real time, and you could see the effects of the comet are hitting a planetary body, and it led a lot of gave a lot of credence to the impact hypothesis. I love that line.
So Samuel L. Jackson just made his first appearance.
Hold on to your butts
in the control room.
That's with that Apple Macintosh computer there. Have you seen those videos where Samuel L. Jackson's walking around and like everyday people are coming up to him and be like, "My son died of lung cancer because you smoked once in a movie." He's like, "How about you just tell your son not to smoke?" Like, oh man, it's hysterical.
What's the point of the commercial?
Yeah.
Selling people off.
Why would you have giant King Kong doors?
You're asking for trouble.
You know, like that.
Also, we've talked about the timing here. It should be Cretaceous. They do all the science, and they still name it Jurassic Park. Like,
well, I think there are some dinosaurs in here that are older. You have like the Stegosaurus. Well, the Stegosaurus was around in the Jurassic.
Was it, or was it?
It's old.
Or was it early Cretaceous?
Let's look
I
this
don't
up.
know.
I'm pretty sure I know the Stegosaurus is one of the older ones.
Yeah, you might be right. Probably right.
Let's see. Stegosaurus.
This is like every time I go to the zoo.
Late Jurassic.
Nothing's
Stegosaurus. Nothing's it. Yeah, right. Stegosaurus, 155 to 150 million years ago. So that one was.
Man, Stegosaurus wasn't around long, was it? I mean, 5 million years. No joke, I guess.
Wow. Yeah, I guess that is pretty short time period, especially since we know, a little bit about it.
All right, so the car headlights now are running off the batteries of the car. That's not a good sign.
Nope. Starting to see all these problems.
Newman drinking a Jolt soda. And he's even got a video game of chess on the other screen.
I saw.
Not even hiding it.
3D chess.
Yep. And this scene looks like it was filmed in like an aquarium or something with those round windows and everything.
Yeah, doesn't it?
It reminds me, I remember there was a grad student. They had their office right outside their advisor's office. And they would always be doing like code, MATLAB or whatnot on one screen. And the other screen, they would always just have Netflix open, just watching something. And I always be like, that's a pretty bold move there. You're just hanging out, binge watching TV right outside your advisor's office. I guess you get your work done. Do it the way you got to do it.
All right. Is this the?
Nope, not yet.
Up to
This is when Jeff Goldblum's like, "Are there going to be any dinosaurs on this dinosaur tour?"
Hear lots of birds chirping.
Is this when they pull out the goat,
They're
try to feed it,
dinosaurs.
and the little girl's like, "What are they doing with that goat?"
Jeff Goldblum's getting all philosophic right now.
Yeah. I don't like the way he counts with his hands. It was really weird. It made no sense.
Yeah.
He's a really weird guy.
He is.
Yeah, I feel like he doesn't
Great.
act much. It's just
That's just him.
What has Jeff Goldblum done recently? Like what is
he does like those
has he been in
Travelocity
movies?
commercials or
Apartments.com.
No, I think he even got
Here's the goat.
he's got a show on Disney. That's called like The World According to Jeff Goldblum or something like that.
Huh.
I haven't seen any of it yet, but
All right, so they just put the goat into the Tyrannosaur cage.
see, but that's going to save a harness. Like, what are they going to lose there? A little collar? That's it.
Yeah.
See, that's a smart way to do it.
This is I feel like they need a secondary fence or like a moat or something, not just electric wires 3 feet.
But how are you
from
going to
the
see
top.
that? I guess you'd have to view the dinosaurs
Yeah.
from above.
No, but even in the
So-
zoo, they have like space between you and like the
Yeah.
lions or something.
So, what's the latest on the Tyrannosaur? Because I've heard some people hypothesizing that the Tyrannosaur could have been a scavenger, and it wasn't even this like mighty apex predator. Like,
Yeah, it was.
Like,
I
been
thought it was
depicted.
more of a scavenger, just sort of like the dinosaur equivalent of a badger or something.
I've also read with the feather thing that I was reading a little bit that they think that juvenile tyrannosaurs were covered in feathers and they lost their feathers as they got older. And they kind of had this like mane, like almost like a lion mane
Huh.
with feathers when they were adults.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So the whole feather thing, basically, like, you don't have to have feathers to fly. Feathers are great for like as a heat insulator to keep you warm, like penguins. Penguins don't need feathers to fly, but it keeps them really warm in Antarctica.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good point.
It's all flightless birds have feathers. So
Yeah, and there's been some controversy too about when the feathers evolved in the dinosaurs.
Huh.
Because you have the two groups of dinosaurs, right? The Ornithischians
Yep.
and the Saurischians.
Yep.
And they think that either feathers might have independently evolved in both those groups
Oh, really?
at separate times. Yeah.
Whoa.
Or it evolved way, way, way back in the very beginning before that split into Ornithischians and Saurischians. But the debate is still ongoing when exactly the feathers came about.
Just the fact that you're talking 100 million years ago, something died in these pristine conditions that would preserve an imprint of a feather.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, how many millions of dinosaurs died with no trace, and yet we can still find some that, happen to have a trace of a feather imprint in the mud. Like, the
Yeah,
probability
be-
is crazy.
perfect conditions.
Gotta get lucky.
And let's, also look at Newman's workstation with the trash all around, the cables all around. I mean, there's health and safety violations left and right.
Oh yeah.
Macintosh Quadra 700.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
Oh, they're hunting down the Triceratops now.
Yep. Yeah, they're about to. She goes fishing in his poop.
Yeah, let's talk about that when that happens in a couple seconds from now. All right.
This is classic.
I wish they would have brought more Triceratops into this
They really
storyline. Triceratops makes a little cameo. Then there it is. There she is, I should say. A sick Triceratops.
Yeah. Let's let this little kid go right up to it.
Yeah.
Oh, they tranquilized him.
Yeah,
know
so
what I would
all
do.
this, none of this is CGI. This is all animatronic.
I
Yeah.
don't know if you noticed, if you were watching right in that scene, that little kid there, he just yawned. So he Triceratops for the first time. And he actually
Yawn.
I don't know what I would do if I saw a Triceratops.
I'd be unimpressed.
Saw
Only
this
3 horns. Come on.
back in 1993.
Yeah.
She's like touching its tongue. What are you doing
Yeah,
there?
come on.
Yeah, she's like popping a zit on his tongue.
Vesicles. What?
Yeah.
So she's going to diagnose this dinosaur. She'll be the first person ever to diagnose a dinosaur with a sickness.
She's a paleontologist. who's
She's a
also-
paleobotanist. Come on, dude.
Paleobotanist, but she knows what's wrong with this dinosaur. All right. Dinosaur's eyes are dilated. It ate some bad plants.
Hey, happens to the best of us when we're camping.
West Indian lilac, man,
Yeah.
took out the Triceratops. They're toxic.
Yeah, but they don't eat them.
Oh, that Triceratops might have eaten that. She's got to find the
Yep.
dinosaur poop.
Classic. Oh, this is the storm rolling in here.
You'd think instead of just watching the storm on the computers, they would say, "Hey guys, why don't you come and wait till
Yeah.
the storm passes?"
Hey, man, he's got billions of dollars riding on this. He needs their
It's
endorsement.
like one poor decision after another.
Hey, listen, usually tragedies aren't one bad decision. It's multiple bad decisions.
Okay, so we just saw now we're looking at the scene of the giant pile of dinosaur poop.
Mhm.
So you can't, no animal naturally does. I mean, this pile must be like 5 feet tall. So think of like an elephant. Like when an elephant poops, you don't see these giant mounds of poop like that. It's too big.
Yeah, so that this is
Unless the only way is if they're cleaning up after the dinosaur. Like
I
they're
was
shoveling it.
thinking that, or this is just the Hollywood Hollywoodization, if you will, of what poop would look like. Or I don't know, maybe Triceratops are weird and they don't have to poop on each other's poop. It's like a dog who pees in a spot after another dog peed in the spot. Yeah. Oh, you pooped here? Well, look, I'm going to poop right on top of this poop.
There's too much poop. It's too much. Maybe the Triceratops was really hygienic. It was like the dinosaur bathroom.
Could be. We'll take the gas-powered Jeep back.
Poor dinosaur.
Yeah,
ate some bad. Was it Western lilacs, Western Indian lilacs, or something?
I think that's what it was. But it's interesting how back in the early '90s they knew that electric vehicles were the way to go. Like,
yeah, right.
Yeah.
All right, this storm is developing very rapidly.
Mm-hmm.
You would have thought they would have, they would have seen this before they started this super important tour. Okay, so they are bringing the vehicle, the visitor vehicles back to the garage. And they just saw a sick Triceratops.
I want a lab coat that has a sweet Jurassic Park thing on it. Right on the lapel.
We could do that.
We probably could.
Yeah. We could use we should talk to the formatting formula.
There you
We're
go.
gonna need more money
for lab coats.
Lab coats. Prop lab coats.
Newman's got a sweet members only jacket.
That is a sweet members only jacket. Just
Look at that
routine
mouse, the little rectangular mouse.
Yeah, still, it's an Apple mouse. Only has one button.
Uh-oh. Set the timer for an hour. And here comes the Jeeps now coming home. Or so you think.
Like, I mean, weather, especially as it's related to like tropical storms, is not new in terms of forecasting.
That's
planned ahead here a little better for them to get back before the rain even started.
Yeah, even in '93, like.
Yeah.
So in '93, a 3-day forecast was about as good as our 7-day forecasts are now.
Wow.
So not crazy, but still good enough. But also in '93, fun fact, you could smoke inside.
I was just about to say that. It's funny to see Samuel L. Jackson smoking a cigarette, sitting there at his post. It's
and
like,
nobody cares.
When did that all go away? It was like 2000 or so, or the late 90s.
Yeah,
late 90s. Yeah.
California got rid of it in the early 2000s, and then a lot of other states followed suit. But it's funny.
I remember when you go to a restaurant and they'd ask you smoking or non-smoking section.
Yeah, and you'd sit right next to the smoking section. Like,
it didn't matter, you know.
Yeah. But my dad was telling me, when he was in college, you could sit and smoke in college. Like, you'd sit there at your desk, have a cup of coffee and a cigarette.
Yeah.
While you're, taking Econ 101 or whatever.
My chemistry teacher in college was telling us a story about when Einstein was doing his PhD defense, his oral defense, with the part where it was just him and his committee members. He was sitting there smoking a pipe with them, telling them, "All right, let's slow things down a little bit, guys. Let's slow it down." He's sitting there and he's taking hits off of his pipe, just like, man, you can't do that now anymore, Jesse, do you think that your PhD advisor would have liked it if you were just sitting there smoking a pipe?
I kind of wish I would.
Hey, buddy, slow it down.
All right.
Know you're wrong, all right?
Everyone, take it easy. This is.
Yeah, that's what I should have done for my PhD defense. I mean, you know, that my advisor wasn't even in the same room. He was different hemisphere.
Yeah. You just shook your computer and been like, you're breaking up. And just
Yeah.
close the lid of your computer.
All right. Now, what's Newman doing now? So he stole the dino DNA and he put it in the Barbasol can.
Right.
And I guess he's trying to get it out now, right? He's trying to give it
Right.
to that guy.
So he manually opens the doors and then just leaves them open.
Yeah.
Well, you know, they were going to hold Kong back. Look at his workstation.
The raptor fences are out. That's not a good sign.
You think they would have a battery backup or something?
No, the raptor fences aren't still good, right?
All right.
Would you be so kind as to take a gas-powered Jeep and bring my grandchildren back?
All right. He's opened up a bunch of electric doors.
He just
Newman.
leaves them open.
What's his name in the movie? We keep on calling him Newman, but
He was born in a barn. His name in the movie. Great question.
Shoot. That's terrible. I can't think of his name.
Yeah.
And that's just poor planning right there. I mean, put 2 screws in that sign and you're
Dennis Nedry.
And I wonder who that is a picture of. That's probably some foreshadowing. That black and white photo that they just showed.
Oh yeah, who is?
Again, with somebody with a pipe.
Oh, he didn't say the magic word.
Now, do you think Samuel L. Jackson smoking that much was just written into the part? Or do you think he wanted it? Or do you think like the tobacco company gave him money for it? That's cynical me.
all the electrics out. Oh, man, and they have unfortunately stopped in the wrong spot.
Yeah, they're in a bad neighborhood right now. Oh.
Oh, the photo on Newman's desk is Robert Oppenheimer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And there's a Post-it note with a little mushroom cloud that says beginning of baby boom. Huh. It makes sense because Dennis is trying to sell the embryos, the beginning of the dinosaur baby boom. Got it. David, our Patreon. Should have been following the chat here.
Oh.
Said Oppenheimer.
Did he? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right. The suspense is killing me for this there.
Saved me a few clicks. Yeah, I like how these things. Well, let's just throw some night vision goggles in. Why not?
Why would you?
The water is moving around.
Ah, classic.
He's a goner.
All right.
So, a little foreshadowing here. You know, the guy runs to the bathroom to go to the bathroom because he's so nervous. If you're that nervous, are you really going to find a bathroom and or are you just going to poop in your pants and just run away?
In a tropical storm.
Right. Like, oh, here's the hut. I'm going to just go right outside of the car and, yeah.
Also, why wouldn't they're on electrical tracks, but it's 1993. They don't have electrical motors in them. I assume they're still combustion motors. I think they could just...
I don't know. No, I'm thinking they're way ahead of their time. These are electric vehicles.
Well, the Tyrannosaur just made his first appearance, and the lawyer runs to the bathroom. Classic Hollywood cinema scene.
Yeah.
He left us.
When you gotta go, you gotta go.
Why are there also? Why are there bathrooms along the way? Like, if it says like "Don't roll down your window," don't roll down your window. But if you want to hop out and take a squat, you can go ahead.
All right, electric fence is falling apart. And the T-Rex is out.
That seemed way too easy. Way too easy.
Have you heard any explanation about the teeny tiny forearms?
Ah, I did, but I forgot what it was.
I mean, it doesn't even look like they're long enough to hold something that it could eat it. You know what I mean?
Now, these are legitimately good questions. I was just thinking about like the sound it was making, like the sort of roaring, but it was like a honking almost. Is that grounded in reality or not?
I have no idea.
I'm just gonna say yes because otherwise my childhood is for nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, what if it sounded like a bird or something like that? David, one of our Patreon listeners here, says the T-Rex sound was a mix of multiple animals.
Oh.
I thought I heard something that was like the guy that did the video or the audio effects. It was like part of it was his dog or something like that, and he slowed down his dog bark. I could be wrong with that.
I could see that.
Yeah, you're right though. It does sound like a horn. I never thought about it like a horn before.
But wouldn't you think it would just like? I mean, you hear like how birds like. You don't hear any birds growling. You hear some birds scream.
Yeah.
Maybe it was more of an obnoxious sound. Oh, and the T-Rex goes through the SUV.
Good thing it's like plexiglass.
Yeah, it's very strong plexiglass. Well, not so strong. I guess it did break, but
yeah.
I mean, this T-Rex just ate a goat. Like, how hungry is this guy or girl? I should say.
Yeah.
It is a girl, and hey, when you get a chance to load the hump, you load the hump.
Pardon?
That's a quote from another 90s classic movie, Curly Sue.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. I said it. That's with Jim Belushi.
What's he got with his tranquilizer? Oh, it's a flare he's got. Okay, that's right. Going to try to distract the Tyrannosaur with the flare now. So I was reading something yesterday, and this thing about if you don't move, then the Tyrannosaur can't see you.
Yeah.
I mean, that's may not necessarily be true. And there was a study out recently that basically said that Tyrannosaurs might have had really good eyesight, actually. But I don't know.
They did have good eyesight or not?
They did.
And again, how do they know that though? This is all
Because
soft
they were looking
body
at
tissue things.
Well, this study was looking at where the eyes are positioned on the Tyrannosaur's skull, and they were just looking at what type of binocular effect, what type of binocular vision that the Tyrannosaur would have had.
Oh, his pants aren't down. All right. I thought he was actually taking a poop.
No.
And the lawyer's done.
Well,
Goodbye, lawyer. That's the
the
first one.
They don't actually show
He
him
didn't get
die.
killed by a dinosaur. He got killed by his back cracking in half.
Yeah. I mean, this could be like a classic horror movie. They don't actually show him dying, so he might be back.
He gone, Jesse. He gone.
I'm no medical doctor.
Man, if I was that close to a Tyrannosaur, whew,
I mean, how much?
they,
I guess
they
you-
think a Tyrannosaur had a really good sense of smell, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that yeah.
So yeah, you can't see us if we don't move. What sense? He's got to have one good sense in this scenario here.
Yeah.
If it's not smell, it's not sight, taste. He's a super taster. He can really taste the umami.
Yeah, that lawyer
the
tastes
humans.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like a snake, like he sticks his tongue out and
Oh yeah.
All right, and we're rappelling down the wall right now, trying to get away from the T-Rex and the SUV that's about to get pushed over the wall.
you gonna run away from me? I'm gonna drop a car on you. that you're choking me scene, that is 100% accurate. You don't know how many times I've given kids piggyback rides and they, almost choked me out.
Yeah. You're on my deck.
Yeah. Meanwhile, back in the lab.
Yeah. Nice and dry, no problems.
Yep.
So are the cameras not working anymore? They're just going through the checklist of systems that are off.
That's a good question because there were cameras in the car, but I guess
Yeah.
obviously the car's shut off. So,
You think there'd be cameras around the park? Just
well,
spared no expense.
Yeah.
Except for the things that mattered.
yeah, if that guy would have just given Newman a raise, maybe he wouldn't have tried to steal all this stuff. And,
I don't know much about network and computer security. Oh, well. You think he would have planned better? Seemed like he had crossed all his T's and dotted his I's.
yeah, at least know the route where you're going. Come on.
Yeah.
Or just at least slow down while you're driving through a tropical storm.
Yeah, on a dirt road,
Mm-hmm.
in a rainforest.
Well,
Oh, his glasses.
it's now a water park.
I mean, the boat has to be gone at this point, right?
Yeah. Now he's just being irrational.
Yeah.
And does he have to find the furthest tree away? Like, I feel like you walked past 3 trees before you got to that one.
I would have kept the fences along my route on. That's just me planning ahead.
Yeah.
So I guess these are more true to life raptor size. Now, Seminok's the one who's doing the black background here. We should have had Tim on this call too.
Oh, yeah, that would have been smart.
Because the idea that they spit venom, I don't think is rooted in much reality. But I'm not sure where I remember that coming from.
Yeah, it's not even like venom. It's like tar or something.
Yeah.
It's like real nasty, like sticky stuff.
Yeah. Some sort of, I don't know, dinosaur napalm.
You see it? Go get it. Go get it. I don't know. That dinosaur's pretty colorful, too. It's got some red on it. And
Not bad. I do like that line. No wonder you're extinct. They really checking all the boxes for him to get his comeuppance here.
Yeah. Exactly.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Yeah. Does any animal have frills that it shoots out? Oh gosh.
And does
Right, yes.
it make noise too, like that? You know, like he's playing the cha-chas.
Yeah. Yeah, does it have built-in maracas? Can it open a Jeep Wrangler door?
Yeah. I'm back. Now that is like a classic horror film. Like, can't really see
Yeah.
what's going on in the vehicle, but
See,
is this some
See a shape
foreshadowing for Jurassic Park 2?
I guess so. I think that's. I've never seen 2. I've
I
only
don't-
ever seen this one in the Jurassic World. Have you seen it?
I have not. No.
But I think that's the can of shaving cream. But it only lasts 48 hours, which means someone had to come and retrieve it.
Yeah, I feel like we're pretty poor representations of this that we haven't seen it.
I guess Lost World is the second one. Is that the? I don't.
Yes.
Just
I have seen bits and pieces of the third one. Basically,
Yeah.
some like adventurers go near the park
Okay.
and then get lost. William H. Macy hires Sam Neill to go find his son.
Oh, that sounds really familiar. I may have
Yeah.
seen that. So,
That's a good tree climbing tree right there.
that is a good tree climbing tree. That's a
They really
sturdy
got lucky
tree.
with that one, didn't they?
So, yeah, is this supposed to be like a Jurassic tree? Like, how long has it been growing? That's an old growth tree right there. Or is it just on the island?
That's
I
probably.
want to
just
know
on the
more
island.
about the botany. I
Yeah.
got botany questions.
Yeah.
Did he throw up?
That's what he said. Kid threw up.
Yeah.
Well, after going through that.
I would have done more than throw up.
It's a very precariously placed Ford Explorer in this tree.
Yeah.
Don't look down.
Never.
Uh-oh. Then the truck's moving out of the tree.
That whole don't look down thing, I never really understood that.
You only look down. Oof.
Are they gonna make it out of the tree?
But this is
Comes.
also some good movie scoring here. This is by John Williams.
Yeah.
He did
The best.
Star Wars.
Indiana Jones.
Yep. I think he might have done Back to the Future as well.
Yeah. It wasn't exclusively Huey Lewis.
And the News.
Yeah.
No, I think that ba-bum, bum, bum, ba-ba-bum, bum, bum, bum. I think that was John Williams.
Mm.
Oh, they're back in the truck again.
They're just out of the car. The T-Rex gate is obviously
Yep.
down, and they're just
Yeah, let's just make some noise, draw some
Yeah.
attention to me.
our million candle watt flashlights.
Yeah,
If
so
this
this
is right, John Williams did the music from Jaws,
Yep.
Star Wars, and Close Encounters of the Third Kind as
Yeah,
well.
he's worked with Steven Spielberg on.
yeah.
Wow.
Well, they just found pieces of the lawyer all over the place, so I'm pretty sure he's gone.
But Dr. Malcolm's okay. Uh-oh.
Semi okay.
So it stopped raining. We could probably get like a helicopter in there.
It's a quick moving storm.
Yeah.
And they made such a big fuss over a 10-minute storm.
Oh, look.
Maybe they're in the eye of the hurricane right now.
Oof. Look at
Well,
How did she get down there so fast?
she found their footprints. She saw where they ran away to.
More puddles.
Uh-oh. Yeah. Ripple marks on the water.
uh 1993
And
Hurricane Gert did impact Costa Rica.
Oh, Dirt McGirt.
Yeah. Caused
all right, so this is one of those scenes. I think people have debunked this scene with the T-Rexes chasing after the Jeep. And
It's true. Objects in mirrors are closer than they appear.
I think the Jeep can outrun the Tyrannosaur. What'd they say? 35 miles an hour
Yeah.
is the maximum they think a Tyrannosaur could have run?
Yeah, that's what. And then early on they clocked him at 35. Or just put it in third gear.
Well, that's the whole scene. Like Jeff Goldblum leans on the stick shift, so he's stuck in second gear. You can only go so fast in second gear.
So not debunked, bunked, unbunked.
I don't know why the taillight's like yellow.
I was just wondering the same thing. It's like
It's a Costa Rican thing. I don't know.
Yeah, you're right, Jesse. Those are some old growth trees in this scene.
So if you're all right, this is you now. You're in Jurassic Park. Are you going to try to hide in those roots? Are you climbing the tree? Like what's your plan at this moment? You're exhausted. You're hungry. You got nowhere to go. What are you doing?
I guess you go up because you assume they can't climb.
Right. You're assuming your main predator is probably still that T-Rex.
Yeah. I mean, if you're in the roots, I mean, there are the little ones.
Oh, now they're smiling. They're hanging out with the Brachiosaurus now. Like, they just forget, oh, we just had this Tyrannosaur just chase after us and try to eat us. But
I like, Dr. Grant here, paleontologist who also can mimic brachiosaur calls.
he's
Yeah,
really
I
good
mean-
at it too.
You think he has one?
It's basically it's what they teach us in, that's junior year stuff.
Yeah.
Right there. Dinosaur calls.
And this is how you attract a brachiosaur.
Yeah.
Kids. I know we just ran away from a dinosaur because he could smell us and hear us and see us and sense our movement, but I'm going to yell from the top of this tree.
Yeah.
Still hanging on to that raptor claw. Dr.
Yeah,
Wayne.
because did the predators go after the sauropods? You know, the herbivore saurischians.
Is that what their
Is
big
that-
tails for, to beat them off?
Were they like giraffes? You ever see giraffes like beat things with their
they're
heads?
brutal.
Their
Yeah,
necks?
yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. All right, well, they seem like they're safe in this tree for now.
Yeah, they're just
Yeah.
telling jokes. Man.
Yeah, just some bad pun jokes.
Yeah.
Do you think he saw us Rex?
So they're going to spend the night in this very comfortable tree, it looks like.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd think they'd be shivering and cold from all the rain. The ground's dry, though. You just saw that scene? The ground was dry.
Oh, was
After all
it?
that rain. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you're in a
I like-
rainforest. It's very well drained soil.
I like how the park's not even finished. They're still doing like construction work in the main building here in the earlier scene, but yet the gift shop is stocked.
Hey,
And there's tablecloths and candles. I got some questions.
yeah, somebody took the time to light all those candles. That's true.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you noticed, you know, all that stuff in the gift shop. As a kid, you could actually buy that stuff.
Yeah.
They were selling that in Toys R Us.
Oh, and they were selling the action figures, too.
Oh, yeah.
You buy the dinosaur action figures and all that stuff. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
Why does he have 10 gallons of ice cream?
The power went out, so it's all going to melt
Ah.
anyway.
Good point. You
He
think
just lost his lawyer, too, so he's probably sad and depressed over that.
So I'm just wondering about the power situation. They're on this island off the coast, so they have to have their own generation source. They're not
Yes.
running.
Well,
No.
maybe that's why the power went out. Maybe that's why he lit all the candles.
Well, yeah, but I'm just wondering, how did the power go out?
I think it's part
It
of
was
Newman's plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Because they've got to have diesel, probably. That's what they're running on. Not very sustainable.
We should inquire into this. What was
Maybe there's
what
solar
was-
panels. I don't know.
Yeah. It's 93. 93, they're running on just pure oil. But they got the dinosaurs while they're alive, and they've got the Cretaceous age plankton or whatever. I guess most oil comes from Permian age plankton, but I'm just thinking of the old Sinclair
Yeah, the Sinclair dinosaur. Yeah.
dinosaur. Yeah.
I saw a Sinclair gas station not too long ago.
You know, when I was
they got him out west?
Yeah, when I was out west the last time we pulled off somewhere random. I remember just being like, we actually asked the guy, we're like, what state are we in? This was a bunch of years ago now when Waze
Before
pre-
Google Maps.
Yeah.
we had Google Maps, but like our phones weren't that great. We didn't want to use the data.
Oh, yeah.
Also, we were just weary from driving from Pennsylvania to Colorado.
Oh, is that for a GSA?
I think, yeah, that was the one, yeah.
Yeah, I flew out.
Yeah, you're nuts, man, with all this driving. Jesse's a big fan of trains.
Yeah, big train fan.
No, I would do a train in a heartbeat before I would drive.
Yeah.
I've driven across country a couple times. It's not fun.
Yeah,
Especially you hit those states like Nebraska where it's just flat and corn.
yeah, we got pulled over in
12
Kansas.
hours.
Yeah, we got pulled over in Kansas on the straightest of straightaways, just because you get in the zone.
Yeah, right?
Zone out. It was right in the morning time, so like the sun was coming up over the horizon. That's my excuse.
All right, so back to
Leaf
Dr.
eating
Grant and the two
dinosaurs here.
kids hanging out in the tree. Yeah,
Yeah,
here comes
listen.
the Brachiosaurus.
I understand this is a herbivore. I'm still crapping my pants at that big
Oh,
dinosaur.
yeah.
Like, all it takes is one little bad bite, and he's taking my foot with that branch. Like,
Yeah. Just because he's a leaf eater doesn't mean he won't nip you.
right.
He's just not going to consume you after he kills you.
Yeah.
Jesse was helping out a couple years ago with some of my, I guess this was my PhD/postdoc work on one of the islands here on the East Coast, and they had all these wild horses running around, and Jesse was not a fan of these
No.
wild. They're tiny horses, they're ponies by size, and we were just like walking along in the marsh to get to this one site that we were interested in checking out, and Jesse was not feeling it that day. He didn't like this one horse just out there by
He
himself.
was giving me the evil eye.
He's stomping a little bit on the ground, and
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
I think I've known at least 2 people that have been bitten by horses, and the one needed 2 different surgeries.
Oh,
It
jeez.
like messed up her hand. Yeah. So I give him wide berth.
Yeah.
Ugh.
All right, so you just got sneezed on by the
Yeah.
Brachiosaurus.
That's got to
Yeah.
be gross.
Everything is so dry. It was a tropical storm that caused major flooding.
Again, well-drained soils.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a rainforest, I guess. Uh-oh.
The eggs hatch. How do these guys lay eggs?
Life finds a way.
Shoot, what is a rainforest soil called?
It would be either an ultisol or
Ultisol.
an ultisol or what's the other one?
Yeah, that's the one where it's like mostly aluminum rich. It's very
Yeah.
yeah.
There's
Just everything drains through it except for like
yeah. It might be depends. You could have an oxisol too.
oxisol is what I was thinking of.
Yeah. That's just where it's like
All right, so the dinosaurs are spontaneously changing sex.
Yeah, and he could tell that by the smell. He had to smell the eggshells.
not actually seeing the eggs.
He's just a pervert. That's all he is.
Yep, that's sex.
Yep.
Life found a way. All right, so look at Jeff Goldblum just hanging out with his shirt unbuttoned, just Burt Reynolds-esque from Playgirl.
Oh, are you kidding me? This is iconic right here.
It's a poster in my bedroom.
Yeah.
My wife has so many questions every day. Can we please take down the Jeff Goldblum poster?
No! How dare you?
I don't ask much from this marriage.
Just a weekly podcast of my Jeff Goldblum poster.
Yeah.
Man, Samuel L. Jackson, man, he is like sucking down those cancer
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
You're right about this. Like their computer station here is like, it's got the weird like aquarium or submarine vibe here. It's very
Yeah.
brutal-esque architecture, just concrete and glass.
Yeah, I love it.
People are
Just
dying. Uh-oh, shutting it all down. Shut down the system.
I like how they can shut down the system from here.
but they can't turn it back
But
on for me.
They can't turn it back on. They got to go across the park. You think they would have sent someone across the park
Right.
with a walkie-talkie
Right.
and said, "Hey, we're going to shut it down. Get ready to turn it back on in a second."
Oh, is this Newman's computer that's
Yeah.
that screwed everything all up?
And why is just that one line of code in that one computer able to have electricity where nothing else is? You know what I mean?
Wait, what was that?
What the one line of code in that one computer, like that one computer monitor has electricity.
Yeah.
No, they just
But that's
explain they
it.
have to they have to flip the circuits and everything will restart.
I understand, but why does that one get electricity?
You think when they were constructing this whole park, they would have, like Disney World, created a system of tunnels connecting all of the
Oh, yeah.
utility
They
buildings.
didn't get there yet.
Because that's how they move trash in Disney World. You know, it's a system.
That's how they move everything. Like that's how you never see like Cinderella smoking or something like that. Like
Cinderella is actually Samuel L. Jackson just sucking down cigs. Just hold on to your butt.
Oh, just like birds.
The fast-running dinosaurs are running away from a predator. What
murmurations
what
here?
could it be?
Oh shoot!
Man, they are really getting the full tour of Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
No, but
Yeah,
this is CGI or animation, right?
Yeah, it looks like, yeah.
This is karma for when they were complaining earlier about not seeing anything in the ride.
Yeah,
Right.
that's a very good point.
Oh, and there's a Tyrannosaur.
Oh,
This guy is she's really hungry.
seriously. Like
Yeah,
that one
you have to
in the
wonder
back-
how much calories they have to consume in a day.
significant amount. I would. He just leaves them. Follow me.
That was probably the best encounter they've had all day with that Tyrannosaur.
Yeah.
Tyrannosaurus just didn't really care about them, just whatever.
I have to cover that chest. It's giving me weird thoughts.
it's too smoldering.
It's making me question things. It's awakening things in me that I thought were dong dead. I'm just gonna go here to my random case of guns.
And now they get the guns, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
We're not going to put the utilities where they're accessible, but the gun rack,
Hey.
the gun safe.
I know we're in Costa Rica, but America.
Yeah.
And do they have to put the blueprints on Jeff Goldblum's injured leg? Like there's no other dateable.
this is some pretty sweet walkie-talkies they got there.
Yeah, man.
Seriously.
They would use that walkie-talkie technology
Yeah, I'm pretty
for the
jealous of
fences. We wouldn't be in this boat right now.
Man, it's got some quadriceps. Look at
that.
those.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I was also looking at his sweet socks.
yeah.
Like, why wouldn't they have a tunnel or a catwalk or something?
Uh-oh.
What cage? Was that the raptor cage?
That was the raptor cage.
All right,
Nope.
so the raptors broke out. Electricity's off. The raptors figured a way out of the raptor cage.
Yep. No bueno.
And why they took a Jeep when they went to look for the people yesterday? Why aren't they taking a Jeep now? Why did they decide to walk through the jungle?
That
Maybe
is
where
they're
the
not
raptor-
I don't know.
Like, is the outbuilding where they keep all the circuit breakers in the middle of the jungle?
yeah.
Accessible by road?
No infrastructure to access it at all.
I've
Yeah.
got whoever Whoever was the urban planner of this got
Jesse,
issues.
streets and roads weren't around during the Cretaceous period,
Point.
right?
Fair point. All right, I'm out. I rescind all of my complaints.
All right, this guy, the hunter's got the raptor. Run to the shed. Oh, the
Now.
shed's pretty close.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a tree right next to me.
Right
Oh
there.
gosh. I mean, I guess if it
All right.
really was that close, you wouldn't get in a Jeep, but
Yeah. Shut the door and lock it
Yeah,
behind
lock
you.
it. What are you doing?
Lock
Yeah.
it.
Ooh.
All right, so she's got to find this circuit switch. Are there raptors in this building?
Hey, spoiler alert. Yes. there
Yeah.
are.
Oh, I remember that. Okay, I know the scene's coming up. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Samuel L. Jackson lends her hand.
No.
Too soon?
He's the only one I mourn.
In all of
The
these.
other ones had it coming.
Oh, who else dies?
The lawyer.
Yeah, that's it, right?
Dennis
Oh,
Newman.
Newman.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess that's it. Yeah, there's not a huge body count, is there?
No.
This scene scared.
Oh.
I remember-
That's messed up.
I was in third grade when this movie came out, and this scene scared the crap out of me. Where they have to scale the electric fence. Oh, I was so scared from this scene.
Time to go.
All right, come on.
It always made me so angry when the kid just stops climbing.
Yeah.
Even as a kid, I was like, "Come on, just climb." Anger.
Man, Jeff Goldblum calling out these directions. All right. What's what's her name? The female paleontologist?
Laura Dern.
Laura Dern. Okay. Wait, what's her name in the movie?
Dr.
I probably should have been paying more attention.
Yeah.
Yeah. She is Dr. Sattler, Ellie Sattler.
Sattler.
Ellie
that's it.
Sattler, that's right.
Ellie.
All right, so there's the scenes are switching back and forth. Ellie Sattler is trying to get to the circuit breaker. Dr. Grant and the two kids are scaling the fence. Jeff Goldblum is just sitting there with the bum leg.
So
right.
is she going to turn the power on while they're on the fence?
Uh-oh.
She's priming the circuit breakers, which I've never heard of before, but
Nope.
then again, I've never had to turn on circuit breakers that big before.
Yeah.
So maybe that's a thing, but
Maybe.
push to close.
All right, here come the electric fence. Jump, kid. Jump,
Come on,
get off
kid.
that fence. No, don't get back on the fence.
Mer, mer. Yeah,
You're
all
a
you have
kid.
to
You
do.
can fall. You'll be fine.
It'll take you 10 seconds. Not even. It'll probably take you 2 seconds to climb down the rest of that fence. But this
And of
this
course
is good movie making where they scroll all the way down to the
Yeah,
perimeter fence. Like,
really let that suspense.
yeah, I'm serious. Like, this is, like you said, you were terrified of this scene, and I think everybody's pissed at this kid for not climbing down. Kid just got fried.
Yeah.
Raptors chasing Ellie. She got out of the little shed.
Yeah, but she closed a chain link fence behind her, so she's good.
Good. This guy too. I do mourn his passing.
Oh, that's true. This guy dies. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his name? The hunter?
Australian bounty hunter. I don't
No.
is
Clever girl.
You think he'd have his gun set up before going after the Raptors?
His name is Muldoon. Great
Muldoon.
name.
Well, I guess the Raptor. Yep. Muldoon just bit the dust.
Mhm.
Muldoon.
Oh man, that Raptors is hanging. It was a trap.
It was a trap.
It was a trap. Yeah, the Raptors is hanging there. They're smart.
That's a trap.
All right, the kid wakes up
Yep.
after being shocked
But he's
with
got
10,000 volts. Don't know. We know what the amperage had to be less than.
had to be
Less than one. Is that what?
greater than 500 milliamps. No, and the kid's got a hitch in his giddy up pretty much for the rest of the movie. Limping around. I wonder if your hair actually does stand up on end permanently.
I grew up, we had a rabbit at one point in our menagerie of animals growing up, and it chewed through an electrical cord and electrocuted itself. And its hair got all frizzy from its mouth backwards, and it was all gray. It had these gray streaks. It was a black rabbit. These gray streaks that were like, they were frizzy because they were singed. They
That's
kind of stood up. Yeah.
So at 300 milliamps, breathing stops. Oh, your heartbeat stops at 100 milliamps. What'd you say, Steve? Yeah, is that
Oh, I thought it was 500.
500 is breathing stops and you get severe burns.
Oh, here's a classic scene. Sorry to interrupt. Like the water moving when she picks up the Jello on her spoon.
Uh-oh. Yep, Jello's wiggling. Ruh-roh.
But that's just nerves, not actual
Yeah.
vibrations.
Oh, yeah, because she sees a shadow.
Or
Yeah.
this fictitious velociraptor behind them.
Yeah. This fictitious animal has caused a lot of damage.
Yeah. Kind of a jerk.
Yeah. Come on.
These kids have good survival skills, though.
They really do.
They're scrappy.
Aside from his sister has good survival skills.
Yeah. They're definitely evolving. They're getting better.
Yeah. He's
Because she did
Yeah.
not have good survival skills in the beginning. She's the one to turn on the flashlight.
oh good point.
Whoops.
Yeah, they could probably still be safe in those Ford Explorers right now.
It would have been totally different movie.
Yeah. Boring.
And the raptor figures out how to open up the kitchen door.
Also, so the raptor, I don't know if this is the same raptor that got Samuel L. Jackson, but their caloric intake has to be a lot lower than a T-Rex. Like, that raptor's probably full now.
Yeah.
How many humans it's got to eat? And it ate the hunter. It ate Muldoon.
Yep.
It's 2 humans. I don't know how many calories are in an adult male human. Ooh.
I wouldn't want that in my Google history, but
That'd be
You know,
more than
Going back to that recent Radiolab podcast I listened to, they're saying why didn't the reptiles come out on top after the Chicxulub impact? They were saying that mammals, we're warm blooded and we have to eat a lot to keep up our body temperature, and reptiles don't really have to even eat that much. I guess their metabolism is a lot slower, and they're saying you would have thought that reptiles would have been more suited in a post
huh.
impact world based on just the caloric intake they need, but the fungus took them out.
The fungus. The fungus among us got us.
All right, these kids are still hiding from the raptor in the kitchen. Man, I can't believe this raptor can't hear these kids. Come on.
The dummy knocking over all the pots and pans.
Oh, spoon fell down. These raptors got him. All right, the kids are trying to crawl away from the raptors. Man, this boy, he keeps on freezing when he gets scared. He needs to just, he needs to move.
His fight or flight is not great.
Oh, and now the girl's distracting the raptors. She's in a pretty good hiding spot right now. I think she'll. Oh, see if she can only shut that door. All right. The boy's just sitting there, just chilling.
Yeah, it's totally his sister.
The girl's doing all the work.
She's the hero of this whole thing.
Yep. Oh man, got the raptor in the freezer. Oh, now for such a strong. Yeah, okay. So they get the raptor stuck in the freezer now, the walk-in freezer.
Yeah, hide in the walk-in freezer. Perfect.
I wonder how long it would take for the raptor for that to kill the raptor.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I wonder how long the power was out, if it warmed up enough.
oh, yeah. Got to reboot the system.
Yeah, what did she say? Like, oh, it's a Linux system or a Unix-based system or something.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. The raptor's opening up this door. They're really smart dinosaurs. Yeah. It's a wonder they went extinct. Very, very bright in this movie.
Well, we're very smart, but if a Chicxulub size impact hits us, we're pretty much goners.
All right. This raptor really wants to get into the main control room.
Why wouldn't you yell at the other little kid to like, hey, hand me the gun?
Yeah, it's a good point.
Instead of bothering your sister. Ooh, zoology.
Yeah, what kind of operating system is this? To open up a file, you have to do a maze first. All right. And we got the door locked. The raptor can't get in. Everything turned back on. All right.
Just that
Finally. And Jeff Goldblum's still sitting there.
easy. I wouldn't say fine. They're alive.
Not exactly thriving at this point.
Yeah, the
I
one
mean-
did have 10,000 volts go through him.
Yeah.
He had to be revived on the forest floor.
They just opened doors. You think they can't figure out a ladder?
Maybe that's their Achilles heel, man.
Yeah.
Doors are fine. It's ladders. That's where it's at.
I always like this where the DNA sequence.
Yeah. It's printed all over him. Yeah. Or the projected on him. Yeah.
And these raptors are really pesky, aren't they?
And those are some pretty strong ceiling tiles. Usually a ceiling tile can't hold crap.
Yeah, right? Very sturdy. All right.
No, but what I guess that was animation or CGI. I mean, that was awesome. That
No, it's good.
Velociraptor jumping up, like
Yeah.
even today's standards, that was pretty awesome.
All right. Now they're in the main atrium.
Thank goodness that scaffolding's still up.
Man, these raptors are just one step ahead of the humans. All right. The humans are jumping down the T-Rex. Or what is that?
Yeah, I think it is a T-Rex.
And they just ruined that very expensive.
No, it's a T-Rex, and the T-Rex was supposed to be attacking some other herbivore.
But those dinosaur bone models that you see at the museums, they're like hundreds of thousands of dollars. They're
Yeah, and
really expensive.
usually they're not even the authentic bones; they're the replicas.
Yeah, yeah. And they're really, really expensive. I do though like in this final scene about how the Tyrannosaur ends up becoming like
The
kinda
hero.
comes around full, yeah, the hero. Yeah, yeah, right. Oh, we're cool. We only killed the lawyer, but
Well,
all right,
you're
they're
welcome.
surrounded.
You're welcome. I killed the lawyer.
All right, surrounded by raptors, and here comes. They didn't even hear the Tyrannosaur coming. Come on. All right, one raptor down. The other raptor's like, oh, hell no. And they run away. The people
Yeah.
run away.
But they run away, like they might as well ran between the T-Rex's legs. Like you told me there wasn't another exit where you could just ran in the opposite direction. Yeah. I can no longer endorse your park.
And here's the Tyrannosaur scream.
And the banner
There
falling
it
down.
is.
I mean, that's iconic.
Oh, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Jeff Goldblum's still in a tremendous amount of pain. All right, made it to the helicopter. Thank goodness. What's the old guy's name again?
How,
Um,
He's very upset.
Yeah.
Very upset that his park is just falling apart.
John Hammond.
John Hammond.
Not Hammond, that's right. I can't remember that. They made it to the helicopter.
And her hair's brushed. So's Jeff
Oh.
Goldblum's. Looks like Jeff Goldblum got like a blowout.
Yeah, it looked like Ellie just got out of the shower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny to think that 1993 was almost 30 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, I saw. If
Like,
Back
if
to the
Laura-
Future was set today, it would be set in 1990. Or something.
Oh God, that's depressing.
Yeah.
Oh, how'd you like that
And-
for a reboot? They go back to 1990. Oh. Yeah, but if Laura Dern is what, like 25 in this movie, that means she's 55 now.
Huh.
Like the final shot of birds
Yeah.
Yeah,
doing their thing.
Dinosaurs.
full circle.
Birds, your cousin, the Velociraptor, is a jerk. I'm sorry. I don't really care for him or her in this movie. All right, and the end, directed
Yeah.
by Steven Spielberg. Oh, there you have it. I can't believe we actually went through and did that whole entire movie.
Yeah. It was well, the movie's a lot longer than I remember.
Yeah, in the beginning when we're like, we're starting at 2 hours, and like we should have known 2 hours.
Oh yeah. Didn't even think about it. Did
Yeah.
not even.
Yeah.
I just assumed there was
Oh.
a half an hour of credits, not 6 minutes of credits.
So there you have it. There's our take on the movie Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap things up. I'm sure people are sick of our voice at this point.
Oh man, yeah.
All right, thanks everyone for listening to that. Like I said, we just tried something new out. We'll see how it turned out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always
Yeah.
trying to think outside the box here at the Geology.
No, what? Please give us comments. Let us know if we did well, what we didn't do well on, and
Yeah. If you didn't.
we'll try to improve.
Yeah.
Or if you have suggestions for the next movie, perhaps. Anywho,
Yeah.
all right.
Send us.
That'll be Dante's Peak.
Yeah,
I think if we do this again, yeah, it would definitely have to be Dante's Peak.
episode 70 maybe.
Yeah.
All right. So once again, thanks to our listeners. We love you guys. Thanks to everyone who helps us out on Patreon. A couple people, I guess, listening to our commentary on the movie today. That was pretty cool. It's always fun to hear you guys' comments. And check out the formatting formula.
Yep. Check us out on Patreon. Give us some likes on the old iTunes or wherever you get your podcast from. So,
and all right, I think that's it. We'll be back next week with episode 61.
sounds great. All right.
All
Good
right.
night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.